The same county in Florida died of COVID-19 within 24 hours. Coming up, the Texas teacher going viral for breaking down in tears over her fear of returning to the classroom.
If I die, who's going to take care of my children? And if I give COVID to my students or my own children and they die, how am I going to live with them?
Join us. Revealed that an unmasked teacher infected half her students and 26 people in total when she contracted the COVID-19 Delta variant.
There is this overshadowing apprehension that's clouding my normal back to school thoughts.
In an emotional TikTok that's gone viral, Jenny Gillis, a teacher in Texas, captured the fear and anxiety being felt among educators on the front lines of teaching.
If I die, who's going to take care of my children? And if I give COVID to my students or my own children and they die, how am I going to live with them?
Jenny Gillis is here with me now in studio. We also have with us some parents standing by from all over the country. Some want mask mandates in place, others do not. We have our audience filled with mothers, fathers, grandparents, aunts and uncles. So we're all in this conversation together, but we don't all sit in front of a classroom like you do every day. You know, I should point out to the people watching at home, to our audience, you are tested and vaccinated. That's why we're this close and you have your mask off. I am tested and vaccinated. You said you're trying to protect your students from a mass shooting that you know is coming. You compared it to a mass shooting. Help me understand the severity that you see here.
Since we have been back to school, we have almost 500 cases in our district in 8 days.
In 8 days?
8 days. And that's through the district, elementary schools with students who are in person, too young to get vaccinated. But 8 days, we have been back in the classroom.
What do parents say to you?
I have never felt like I have walked on more eggshells this year than ever before, with having to approach parents that are so angry about this and violent about this. I mean, you've showed the videos previously. There was a teacher who was attacked in Austin and had her mask torn off of her face. And I was telling somebody backstage earlier, I should not be afraid to get out of my car and be afraid to go walk into my job, because I'm there for children and I'm there to help the future of our society be better.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I said the same thing to the doctor in Tennessee. You know, it was a short year ago that people were praising teachers for willing to go back into the classroom, thanking doctors all over the country. And now the frontline folks, teachers and doctors, are afraid to do the job.
We are. We are. And I think that we have reached a point where, as teachers, we feel like our hands are tied, because in Texas, this is coming from our governor, and there are lawsuits back and forth, groups suing school districts, and the governor, our attorney general, suing school districts because they have this ban on mask mandates, and schools are wanting to protect the children. So school board members who are not necessarily doctors and scientists are having to navigate through this chaos of information and angry parents and school board meetings, and that's not their job.
Well, and that's the thing for me. I try to look at this conversation. There's a political lens, there are many, many lenses, but at the end of the day, as a parent, my #1 job is to protect my child. So I don't care what that governor says. I'm going to put a mask on my child.
And as teachers, too.
Right, and
that is our job. I cannot teach children if they're not safe.